If Erica is absolutely innocent in this, I think I would just have more questions. Like, why'd you lie to me?
Are you serious right now, bro?
Demons are monsters.
I know that heaven and hell is real. And so I am not bending the knee to Satan. Not for money. You can't take that with you when you go. Not for houses, not for cars. I am not exchanging my ticket to heaven for any of that. I am not exchanging my ticket to heaven for any of that.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Even with all this stuff that's going on, like there's not an ounce of hate I feel you have towards these people, not even tiny bit.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
If Erica Kirk turns out to be super innocent in everything, and we're just, unfairly blaming her of maybe wrong grief or whatever, what would you say to her if that ends up that she's absolutely innocent in all of this?
Here we go.
Talk about your faith.
My faith.
Yes, and how it shows up in your work.
What's that smell in this room? Didn't you notice it, Brick? Didn't you notice a powerful and obnoxious odor of mendacity in this room?
My faith.
Yes, and how it shows up in your work.
It's funny because, as I told you, I've spent the last 2 years studying theology, full stop. Spent the last 2 years studying theology, full stop. Spent the last 2 years studying theology, full stop.
Boy, if you don't get...
Because I realize I always go back to when I met my husband and I was learning about him. Obviously, we were already, I guess, learning about him during the engagement because we were 18 days. But one of the things I thought was so weird.
Theology does matter. Your theology dictates the way you live. Your theology dictates the way you believe. Your theology dictates the way you interact with God and with your fellow man. Your theology dictates all of these things, and your theology dictates the way you approach missions.
And the answer that he gave to me was that everything is guided by theology. The whole world is theology. And it didn't hit me. I was just like, okay, whatever, sounds fun. And he had made the decision to become a Catholic, even though he was raised in a strong Anglican household. Very big deal in England to become a Catholic, especially from an Anglican household. I just didn't sort of get what he meant by that. Everything is guided by theology. What do you mean by that? And so my journey was sort of this awakening to, oh no, everything is guided by theology. Like what is your theology actually? What is moving you? He's like, that is the most motivating thing in the world. That is what motivates people, blind faith or an absence of faith. And when I started to, because I was just going to a non-denominational church at this time, and I now realize that all of these people who are quote unquote Christian influencers, they actually don't believe in heaven and hell, right? If you truly knew, truly believed that there was a heaven and that there was a hell, how would it correct your behavior? What risks would you be willing to take? What would you sacrifice? And for me, I know that heaven and hell is real. And so I am not bending the knee to Satan. Not for money. You can't take that with you when you go. Not for houses, not for cars, not for friends, not for invites to Republican dinners with rubber chicken, not for more opportunities to speak to powerful people in DC.
Yeah, but even Satan disguises himself as an angel of the light. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14.
I am not exchanging my ticket to heaven for any of that. Okay? So that's what shapes everything. It shapes everything for me. And so that the focus for me and for my husband is to make sure that we do not lose our tickets to heaven, and that our children also do not lose their tickets to heaven. And I would love to see everybody there. I hope everybody comes to know the one true faith. I hope that people realize it doesn't matter if they smear you or libel you or try to embarrass you or try to humiliate you, because this is a blip. Life is a blip, blink, it'll be over. And then you are going to be welcomed or rejected into the eternal.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what I love about you? Even with all this stuff that's going on, like there's not an ounce of hate I feel you have towards these people, not even tiny bit. After everything they've said, done to you, tried to destroy your family, tried to destroy your show, not an ounce of hate. Candace, this is amazing.
Yeah, I don't wake up and because it's hate,
poisonous.
It's poison. I think about that when I think about the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
You've spent 3 years trying to destroy your enemies. That is so corrupting to wake up every day. I can't imagine, like, to my team, this is the directive. How do we destroy the Daily Wire? It's like, that is, oh God, could you imagine just the cloud that just descends?
And you end up destroying yourself when you do that.
Of course,
That's what
because
happened to
it is
Daily Wire.
destroying your spirit.
Yes.
You can't have success like that. And so I'm surrounded by too much happiness. I obviously, just being around children every day. They don't afford you the right to be miserable. It's why I started doing a co-homeschool situation, because I love to deal with toddler problems first. The first thing of the day, deal with toddler problems, realize what really actually matters, what they're grappling with. And it has shaped me and has focused me. And so for me, just like my grandfather, it's faith and it is family.
Demons use words to trick humans. You can't trust a thing they say. They're monsters who learn to speak. That's how the legendary mage Flama defined them. Demons are monsters.
Absolutely amazing. My last question, and we're done here. I know it's not going to end up this way. Like, if I can say somewhere around 100%, it's not. But if Erica Kirk turns out to be super innocent in everything, and we're just, unfairly blaming her of maybe wrong grief or whatever, what would you say to her if that ends up that she's absolutely innocent in all of this?
If Erica is absolutely innocent in this, I think I would just have more questions. Like, why'd you lie to me?
Demons are monsters.
I would seek to understand, and I considered that plausibility, by the way, that it was everyone around her that was and she was in a state of shock and she was catatonic. But then when I met her, it wasn't that. When I met up with her, it wasn't that. And the lies are too devastating. These aren't little lies. These are cover-up lies. The Superman neck lie. Is this AI? Like, the first thing, she could just drop the video. She's this chairman and the CEO, instruct them to drop the video. And if they tell you no, say, I'm going to go live. You have all the power. So it would be hard to imagine a scenario where her hands are completely clean of everything. How dirty her hands are, I don't know. But I do know that you only lie, like I always say, when you are covering something up. So when I say these people are involved in a cover up, that is what I mean. They are lying and they are covering things up. And it doesn't make sense that she has a close relationship with Kash Patel. She should hate Kash Patel.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what I love about you? Even with all this stuff that's going on, like, there's not an ounce of hate I feel you have towards these people, not even tiny bit. After everything they've said, done to you, tried to destroy your family, tried to destroy your show, not an ounce of hate. Candace, this is amazing.
She should hate Kash Patel. She should hate Kash Patel. She should hate Kash Patel.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I was asked the same question. I was like, after my post, and I gave a very, very easy answer to people. I have no problem apologizing to anybody if it comes to that, because we all make mistakes. But right now, Charlie Kirk's case is important enough that I'm willing to risk my reputation and damage and say what I'm saying. Because yes, Charlie's case is important enough. So no problem with that.
Right. And agree with you 100%. I will say I am so sorry. We had it so wrong.
Yep.
But I can already say we didn't have it so wrong because we've caught her in so many verifiable lies. So
Exactly.
Does it mean that she pulled the trigger and killed her husband? I don't know anybody that's accused her of that. But I have accused her of being dishonest, and I think I've proven my case, that she is dishonest. What's motivating that dishonesty is yet to be discovered.
Absolutely.
Demons are monsters.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.